New conspiracy theory. I died a couple years ago and I was replaced by a corn cob.
That's why you are a husk of a human?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm dying at all of these memes happening right now. But we'll get into the whole not my Avril conspiracy theory in a moment. We have a very weird list of topics this week.
I mean, is there ever a week when it's what you would call a normal list of topics?
No.
I don't think so.
What is normal here on this show? But anyway, this is Coffee with Rachel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris.
And boy, this coffee's not from Maine.
Oh my god, we fucked up last week.
I don't know how we got Maine and Michigan mixed up.
They start with the same letter.
That's about
There's too many states that have an M, I've realized.
They could have picked a different letter from the alphabet.
Why M?
I don't know. Is there a state that begins with Z? No, there isn't. Or a Q. I'm going to sound really stupid if I'm like, A. But I would do that. But this coffee is from Alex, and it is actually from Michigan. It says it on the bag, so I can't fuck this up.
Yeah.
And this is the Chocolate Cherry Festival, which I think is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, when we were talking about that. And we had confirmation from many Michiganders that you guys like cherries up there.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to Michigan just for the cherries.
Yeah, we had this coffee before. It's Leelanau. We had some other like flavors, like
that's
some
Lila's
kind of
alter ego. Is that a place? I'm assuming that's a place.
I have to assume so, but we had like praline something or other, you know.
Yes.
Always praline. I don't think I've ever had a praline like by itself.
What constitutes a praline?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It's something with a nut.
I would have to assume that it's a nut, but I don't know what it is.
Listen, all I know is that there was this, when I worked at the Starbucks on campus, that was like a fake We Proudly Brew. We had like knockoff brand Starbucks syrup flavors that we would use. So everything was like, remember we had one that was like menthol?
Oh, yeah.
It tasted so terrible. And it was bright green. But we also had a praline one that made me sick. Yeah, I think it was creme de menthe, actually. And so we had like a mint latte that was not peppermint. And it set me on edge.
You know, it was kind of nice though, and it's the way that it was a knockoff. It was like coming home. You know, you can only get these flavors here.
Yeah, praline, sunrise, that mango stuff that would always like get caked on. We would make these like mango smoothies, and it was like just this pump of sugary pureed mango, I put in quotes. I don't know what was actually in there. But there was always like this layer of crust that would form on the nozzle, and so every time you pushed it down to squirt it into the Frappuccino thing, it would just squirt like sideways, and it always got me right in the nip. I always had a nice mango coated tit every day. So I miss college. It was only in the library where that really shone, you know? I feel like they upgraded after that, but I don't remember.
Well, I have a fact for you all.
Yeah, it's more than just my mango tip.
So I guess like Dunkin' Donuts did some kind of survey of like people in their workplaces and drinking coffee, and apparently scientists / lab technicians are like the highest percentage of people that drink coffee like in their workplace. You get what I'm saying?
I buy that, you know.
The second one is marketing and PR people. And then the third
me.
is education administrator. I don't know if that's a fancy way of saying teacher or
principal.
Who knows?
Bueller.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
It's too
late. It would
late
be
now.
On like TBS, and I'd be like, bye.
If
I don't know why.
If I watched it now, I'd
people
probably fucking hate it.
Really?
Yeah, the only thing I liked was like the house up in the woods. That's what I liked.
Oh, I know you're a slut for a nice home in the woods.
Yeah. I also have another fact here. That's a cat fact.
Okay.
I figured...
Are we switching it up now? Or are we just going to do cat facts instead of coffee facts?
Well, you know, I thought I'd throw this in here because I saw it and it was really interesting. So cats have a distinct temperature preference for their food, preferring food at around 38 degrees Celsius, which is similar to that of a fresh kill, and routinely reject food presented cold, which would signal to the cat that the prey has been long dead and possibly toxic.
Okay. So when we give them refrigerated wet food,
Lila
and they
eats
love it.
Yeah, like...
I don't know.
She doesn't know her hunting instincts.
I don't think she has those instincts anymore.
Well, she can... Well, she tries to hunt Squeezy, but she...
Tries is the appropriate word.
They both try to hunt each other, but they both fail at it. So.
It's a mess. And Lila kneads everything, like, with her paws, like, kneading the bread, making the muffins.
Making muffins.
Which, like, some people say that they're just prepping to kill.
Oh,
you know
that's
what I mean?
what the dog lovers say.
Dog lovers, TM. Because, like, the other day, we were watching them, and Squeezy was on the bed, and Lila was just furiously kneading the blanket right in front of him, like, her face so close to his, because she wanted to do it to him like she does it to me and Chris, but Squeezy doesn't really allow for that kind of bonding,
tenderness.
you know?
Yeah, that really hurts when Lila does that, but I love it. And
when she does it to your bare skin in the morning,
you
and
let
she gets
it happen.
that claw, like, literally inside, like, a pin cushion.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. I'll be Lila's pin cushion.
Highest honor.
I know. All right, so we got some weird shit to talk about.
Let's talk about
today.
Avril Lavigne.
So this is a theory that I'd seen on the internet, like, a few years ago, and now it's, like, become a resurgence because someone made it into a Twitter thread, which is, like, the best feature Twitter ever added. Ever.
Yeah, I love those.
So, Vine threads, we get sucked in. We already talked about this. So, the theory is that she was replaced by a lookalike who was always kind of, like, standing in, like, music videos and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
In, like, 2004 because her outward appearance changes somewhat and then, like, the music style changes.
Yeah.
And, like, the way that she presents herself to, like, I don't know, red carpet events and shit like that. It's a wild thread. I would highly recommend reading it.
I read through it and I saw the photos. I don't feel...
It all looks like just, like, one nose job happened. Like,
yeah,
just
I don't
one.
feel like it's real. Because, like, I looked at the photos and they don't look too different. Sometimes they would, like, point out her eye shape is different, but it's, like, because she was wearing different eye makeup.
Yeah, they were like, here, in 2004, brown eyeshadow. In 2008, purple. I was like, wow, confirmed, she dead. Like... I don't know. I love reading conspiracy theories. I feel like we have to make an episode that's just all conspiracy
We definitely
theories.
will. Like, I need to look up
We need to make a list
of the ones to hit.
and just read through all of them, but that one's my favorite. I also like all of the memes that have spawned from it.
Yeah, that's the greatest part of this, is it spawned the meme.
There's the Pikachu one, which, like, honestly, why did they change him? He used to be so thick.
Like, they changed the way they look in every game.
Yeah.
So, like...
I tweeted one about Baby Grinch that I think is true. So check out my Twitter, Rachel Whitehurst. But
Casual shout out.
It's a fun vibe, though, I must say. You know, I want to know the amount of people that believe that one versus the amount of people that believe that they did see Justin Bieber turn into a reptile at a concert.
Ooh, yeah.
Because, like, honestly, that still to me sounds plausible.
See, there's two categories of conspiracy theories. I'm not going to get too deep into it because we'll save this for the episode. But there's, like, the New Age conspiracies, like reptile people and Avril Lavigne is dead.
You think that's New Age? Reptile people?
But then, like, there's,
That's
like,
not-
really
that's gotta
old
be
ones,
age-old.
like, we didn't land on the moon.
Okay,
Like,
well, is that what we're going to cover in that episode? That's dark.
well, I don't know. That's, like, the old
You ever see those
conspiracies.
photoshopped, and I say Photoshop because they have to be, where it's like, look, there's an actual human handprint on Mars in one of these, like, photos
Oh,
that,
yeah.
like, a satellite took, or there's
Probably
one,
from some movie, like...
there's one where it's, like, a rat, like, a straight-up rat, and I'm not gonna lie, I looked at that, and I thought, whoa, that could be something. Can you imagine if they go to Mars, like, they actually step foot on Mars, and
Matt
the
Damon's
first thing
there.
they see is a cockroach? Because I feel that would happen.
Absolutely.
Because they would have transcended to Mars, don't you think?
They'll survive anything.
I feel like that's the only species that will... You know how we're always, like, trying to see these aliens and we picture them a certain way? I honestly feel like the aliens that exist out in the universe are just highly intelligent crows and cockroaches that have just gone to another dimension. They're, like, stuck in that bookcase from Interstellar, but they're cockroaches and crows. Because those are the two most... I don't know, intelligent and durable animals that I could
There's
think
dolphin ones out there too.
of. Ooh, fucked up dolphin planet.
Yeah.
Lisa Frank is actually the queen of that planet. Hey, look, this is the conspiracy theory that I think we should spread.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I saw somebody comment on our Patreon that there's a conspiracy theory that there's only one property brother.
Oh my god. Is it the one that made the rape joke? Because fuck him.
Yeah, the one
There's
that's
like three brothers and one does weird magic, the other one's an asshole, and the other one's an asshole. At least from my understanding.
Where are you getting 3 from?
There's 3 dudes.
Wait, what?
One's not... Yeah, Chris.
Wait.
Both Property Brothers died, and one was replaced with a lookalike.
I don't know.
No, there's 3 guys, but the one is just not in the HGTV sphere.
Wow, he missed out.
Yeah, I think.
I didn't know
Am
this.
I wrong? Did I just make up a human? Like, I feel like that's how a lot of people went missing. People just thought that they existed, but they didn't. And honestly, you guys think I exist, but I don't. The Twilight theme starts playing.
Oh, speaking of Twilight.
Yeah, so Chris has finally officially finished book 1, Twilight.
Yeah.
And we watched the movie, which was, when I say a treat, it's just as bad as I remembered. And I am so blessed.
I would say that the music is not just the best part of the movie. It is the only good part of the movie.
And Kristen Stewart just being a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And Charlie. Charlie, they added a little nuance to him.
Charlie's great. I'm so glad he didn't end up with Lorelai.
Yeah. Wow. Honestly, what a plot twist. But yeah, that movie. I just remember when that came out and we were all like so excited, the people that read the books and were like so pumped, and even the people that didn't read the books, and they were just like, yay, vampires, like woohoo. And then we all saw him shart in bio. Like, he straight up is not okay, and could be they could have taken a still from that scene and put it on like a IBS drug commercial. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Or like, okay, you want to...
There'll be no gas.
First of all, how clever. Second, you know how everybody's like shilling fit tea? That's just like laxative tea? They could have given that, to
him.
To Edward in that scene.
There are so many memes from that movie, and it's
There's
so great.
There's so many looks. Every still is perfect.
Every huff.
Every sigh.
Yeah.
It's just... It's fabulous.
Magic. So I finished the book, and...
What are your thoughts? Give us your general
honestly,
thoughts.
it's not bad. Like...
Not bad, TM. That's all we want.
It's not bad. I'm enjoying the book, except for Edward.
That's pretty much the gist.
Yeah. It's like,
I like all
like
of the
Ron.
other Cullens. I love all of the werewolves. I like the werewolf lore the most in that book. But
yeah, I'll get that.
Edward's horrible.
Edward is a piece of shit, and he's manipulative and an asshole.
Terrifyingly controlling, and just...
Absolutely.
Topaz. I told Chris before he read it, I was like, you're just going to hear a lot of liquid topaz, stone, and marble, and icy lips, and boy, did I come through with that.
You came through with that. Also, like, I just hate that he refers to it. It's Twilight.
Yeah, like when he says the name of the
Twilight.
book. They do that shit. That's Stephanie Meyer for you. She's in her own fucking movie, okay? I love how Netflix only has Twilight because they knew that was enough to keep people from watching the rest of the franchise.
Whoever owns the rights to that, they were like, we can never sell this, so like we just are going to give it away for free to Netflix
Sadly,
people.
when you're on Apple Music and you're looking at the Twilight soundtracks, like you can't play half the songs. And they had... like the best soundtrack. I remember being in fucking high school and I went to Hot Topic and I got a Team Edward shirt to wear to the movie. Like this is aging me. And I also got a shirt that had, when New Moon was coming out, the movie, because Death Cab was on that album. They did Meet Me on the Equinox, and I remember all of like the indie people there, and I think I was even one of those bitches, and I was like, oh my god, Death Cab's ruining the reputation by being on this soundtrack. You know what I mean? And I had a shirt that was like New Moon and had like trees, and then it had a quote from that song on the back.
I remember that. You still had that like when we first went to college.
Bitch, I thought I was so cool with that shirt. Where is she now?
Yeah, that was definitely the best part. And like you threw on the soundtracks like what you could, and
there's like 4 songs per album.
Flashback to like beginning of college time, because you put them on like when Breaking Dawn was coming out.
Yeah,
like, you're just playing them.
Just so much Muse, which is like my least favorite part of it. I just know that's like Stephanie Meyer's like favorite band. A lot of fucking, whatchamacallit, Iron and Wine, oh my god, like 18 different versions of Flightless Bird, like literally 18 versions. Anyway.
I started New Moon, and I'm looking forward to it.
You're gonna love it, because Edward is not in like 80% of it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna love it.
That's fucking great.
I remember like when I first read the series, I think Eclipse was always my favorite book, and I'm reading Eclipse now, so I'm like, okay, I don't know. I haven't decided. Yeah, I want to finish the whole series again to see where I'm at. Yeah. But reading through New Moon again was so fun as an adult, because Edward's not there. I love all the werewolf stuff. There's more action. It's less like, I stared at his icy lip, and he moved closer, and I smelled his icy breath. Like, it's not as much of that.
And my heart stops.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, she literally, like, dies every time he looks at her. It's a mess.
I gotta give it to Robert Pattinson, though, because, like, how can you act a scene where it's like, and 17,000 emotions cross his face in the matter of 2 seconds?
And
like,
so the whole time he just looks like he's either about to shit explosively or could never shit again, but really wants to. We've all been in both of those situations. That's also the plot of Bridesmaids. I don't know. I only watched Bridesmaids once, and that shitting scene was enough for me.
That was definitely enough. I don't need to see that again.
So anyway, we'll let you know how it keeps going.
So I need to know why whale body is on our list.
Oh my god, I posted a screenshot of some of the topics that we were talking about today, and everyone was like, whale body? So have you seen the article where it's like, this giant mysterious carcass washed up on the shores of Indonesia?
I saw the headline, but I didn't read it.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, because duh, it always is. It's a fucking whale. It's just a whale. And it's a baleen whale. You know, just classic. A lot of people thought it was going to be like a giant squid, but all of the articles were framing it to be like a sea monster. And like, I would probably say, as a scientist myself, like 90% of those like things where we think it's a sea monster, it's usually just a dead whale.
How did this happen? Like,
what do you mean?
How did so much misinformation come out? You know what I mean?
It's because it looked funky.
Okay.
I would say it had decayed in a weird way.
Interesting.
And I don't know, it's something.
You say whale body, and I just think of that really fucked up scene in, like, Planet Earth or whatever the hell it was, where all the isopods are crawling over the carcass and eating it at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah,
you know
when they're
I mean?
like, a rare whale body has fallen to the bottom of the ocean.
Wow, I love your David Attenborough.
Yeah, that's my David Attenborough. No, that's Smeagol doing a documentary about the ocean. Isn't it Smeagol?
Smeagol.
Okay.
Or Gollum.
I always call it's Gollum too. I thought those were two. Okay, Smeagol is dead. What? Smeagol is dead and Gollum replaced him as a lookalike in 2004. You can quote me on that. But yeah, so just another day, just another dead whale. Save the whales though.
Yo, that's upsetting.
For real, it's upsetting. Also, wouldn't it just be so wonderful to actually meet a blue whale and to know, like, you could do that? Because they're the biggest organism
if you can
on
talk
our planet.
to it and just like know.
I don't even have to talk. We don't have to talk.
It's just like, oh,
we can just hang out, Netflix and chill with my blue whale. Honestly, though, I would have so many questions. What have you seen, and where are you all the time? Because like, I feel like we never see blue whales, but like, shouldn't we?
Well,
they're huge.
That ocean is huge.
Yeah.
Come on. How much have we seen that? Like 5%? Whatever the hell? Like,
yeah, I think it's like up to 5 now, which is crazy.
Wow, crazy.
My new favorite thing to do when I'm working is to have on whatever, like, because they're doing all of the ROV bottom of the earth dives right now, you know? So I love to have those on while I'm working, and they're like, wow, what can we zoom in on that isopod? You know?
It's fascinating.
It's my kind of relaxation.
I can't exactly do that in the meteorology world. It's like, oh, hey, zoom in on that cloud over there. Where's that rain droplet? Like,
what is that Air Force?
You can't really do that.
No, it's okay.
You can't.
So something that's been going on in the world of makeup is just another prime example of a brand not being able to take a honest and tasteful negative review of their product.
Ooh, Z-Pal again?
No. I love that you know. There's been many, let's be honest. And that's the most fucking annoying thing, because you have, you know, your entire point, at least if you're making like reviews on YouTube, like the point is to tell them how you feel. You know what I mean? Regardless of if the product was sent to you or if you paid for it. And in this case, Leisha actually paid for like the Kickstarter for this product. So like,
oh, damn.
Already fucking doing stuff for this company. So the whole thing that happened was there's this company called Eevee Blender, which it's basically like...
I heard of this before you even put it on the list.
Whoa, that's
Maybe.
Wild. Okay, so it's like a beauty blender, but it's made of rubber, not the Scylla sponge, which just looked like an implant. It did.
Okay, we need to stop. Like, there's there's sponges and there's brushes.
And there's hands. These phalange.
You know, why do we need other things?
What about the condom-wrapped beauty blender? Did you see that?
I've seen that.
But they were like, you have to wash off the latex. Bitch.
But
that
why?
takes 18 billion... It's so that it doesn't soak into the sponge. Listen, if you're using like a $10 foundation...
No, I mean, like,
who
why
cares?
use a fucking condom? Like,
because, I don't know, man. It was the most time I've ever seen a condom, like, on YouTube, and it wasn't in, like, the whole safe sex sphere. You know what I mean? Like, let's use them for what they're intended for.
Didn't somebody use their boyfriend's balls?
Yes. And that really happened. And I thought I could go my whole life without seeing that. And then I saw that it was trending and stuff, and I was like, no one's gonna expose me to this video. And then they did.
I think that the catchphrase or the motto of 2017 is a fever dream.
It really is. I've been saying that to myself.
The impossible is happening
a lot.
Left and right.
It really is. So basically, Leisha, who is Xbarkage on YouTube, she's like an OG beauty guru,
she's been there for
forever. So she made a review, and she makes all, like, very good, like, honest, very in-depth reviews of different makeup products. So she did a review where she used this fucking, like, rubber-ass sponge, and, like, she was describing the texture, and she was saying it was, like, sticky, and I was like, eh. And you could just see, it just looked like shit when she was blending her makeup on it. Like, wasn't, like, having the makeup actually, like, go into your skin. It was just, like, laying on top and,
that's
like,
the whole
pushing
point
it
with
around.
all of these fucking, like, non-porous damn
they
sponges.
don't sink in. It just looks like that's how you're gonna look cakey.
Because, like, the air doesn't have anywhere to go in between, like, with a sponge. It's a fucking sponge.
And it sounds like there's no air where to go.
Yeah.
It just sounds awful. So, it didn't look good. And then the company itself left her, like, this long-ass paragraph on the comments of this video and essentially just told her that, like, she wasn't doing it right. And, like, here was a list of resources of, like, how you can learn how to actually use this
Juicero. Like.
I know. And they were like, we've gotten raving reviews from BuzzFeed. I was like, okay, already. Like, we don't know what that means. And, like, all these other outlets. And so they basically were like, try it again, but you need our help, clearly. And then they said something, they were like, it was like, low-key, a little shady. They said something about, like, how people were going to get the wrong idea that she was an expert on it, and I was like, this bitch has been on YouTube longer than YouTube has existed. I don't know how that happened, but it's true, Leisha, like, you have. And so that was a little fucked up. So she made a second video trying their technique. Like, she taught herself how to use it using their videos.
Which is already, like, why do you have to have a special technique for, like, this fucking product? Like,
and she was like, you know, I, like, just gave an honest review. I'll own up to it. Like, if I fucked up using this, then okay, that's my bad. Let me do it again. And, like, I thought that was really cool. So she did this video, and it still sucked. Like, it still wasn't good. And she's not the only, like, YouTuber that has given it a bad review. And so the company itself sent her a fucking cease and desist. And they told her to, like, take it down. What? And that she was, like, spreading lies. And they said, like, they were claiming that she was saying, like, libel or whatever. And what is the word when you defame somebody? You know what I mean? Like, defamation and all this shit. Like, they were using all these words all because she was like, it's not really... She literally said, it's not really for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Like... She funded the Kickstarter.
What the hell? That's not going to be valid. Like,
this to me is like, is this brand so dumb? Because, like, okay, they could take this bitch's one negative review. I mean, there's others, but, like, this is just one video that would not have had nearly as many eyes on it as all of this drama has unfolded, right? And they just you just flopped your whole company, because now your company is going to be known as the people that can't take a really chill negative review. Like, they just didn't like it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And sent, like, a fucking cease and desist letter. And, like, she already has, like, her lawyer involved because she's like this. She didn't say anything slanderous. It's literally just like, I didn't like your product. Here's how it applied. Like, here's video footage.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so many brands that do this, and I just don't understand, like, working as someone who's done social media and PR from, like, both my personal YouTube stuff to, like, working for other companies and doing sponsored things and like that. It's just, who is over there being like, this is gonna look fine? Like, there are tons of people that will pay to have only positive reviews.
That's the thing. People will, like, make a product, but they won't, like, worry about the time to invest in like marketing strategy and stuff like that to like, or like how to be a PR person. They either won't have a PR person or they won't study up on how to be good at PR.
And they'll like literally only have positive reviews listed on websites and stuff like that. Like this has happened so many times, and it's usually these like more indie brands that have this happen. But it's like, how are you gonna come back from that? And like, you just made the situation so much worse.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many, like it's so easy to, not so easy, but it's definitely like easier to make a brand now almost, because like you can do all this shit online and the internet makes it really easy. But like brands, they like either do this kind of crap where they just don't know how to handle
where they can't be professional in this sphere.
It's either like deleting bad reviews is already bad enough, but like doing shit like this, or like when brands like reach out and they clearly don't know who you are or anything about you.
Yeah, like, that happens every day.
Yeah, it's either got like the wrong fucking name.
I had an email once sent to me and it was addressed to Bethany Moda. Like it was straight up addressed to Bethany Moda. And then you clicked on like the CC and it was like 100 different emails. And I was like, we're all in this together, guys. It's a mess. It really is.
You got to be careful if you're making content out there and you're getting reached out by brands. You know, you got to
be careful about like who you're, you know, working with. Like I just got an email today and it was for free lip filler and Botox. So I'm like finally on that caliber apparently, where I'm gonna get free doctor visit enhancements.
That's a thing now.
Like I'm on Apple Health. Don't they know? Like, but they were telling me that I could do this, and I checked them out, and they're not even listed on Yelp. I'm not going to trust my face with someone who's not listed on Yelp. I look at Yelp for everything that I put my money in.
Oh, yeah.
Or my face.
You know,
my hair.
I remember where, it might have been in a quiz we were taking, it was like, are you the kind of person that's like, I'll just try a place. It was talking about restaurants, or I got to Yelp review the shit out of that. Like,
I don't just try. I research everything that I'm doing.
Yeah, I like to know. You know, I found some places that they list that they're like vegan or whatever, but it's like, this isn't really vegan. Like,
yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Or there's a place where they don't actually tell you that all of the food there is not animal products. Like it's all like fake meats and stuff. Like they don't really have that listed, so you don't see that. But then you find out that this place that you've been avoiding because you thought it was all meat is just like fake meat.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you got to do your research. Literally like anything we buy is like researched.
Yeah, 1 for the best price, the best deal.
Yeah,
that's me.
2 for the review.
I'm your bargain binge over here. But yeah, I just love drama. But like you can't come back from sending a letter like that for 1 negative review. Like you just ruined your whole company. Like that sucks.
And for somebody that's like has a Kickstarter trying to get off the ground, like you can't have that much negative PR.
I think everyone's just jealous because Beauty Blender did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they came out with their fucking egg, and we all laughed, and then we all cherished her. Like
you were at a point where you laughed, and now you have her.
I know. I have like 18 beauty blenders.
Well, you use more sponges than you do brushes.
When I think about how much it must not cost for them to make this shitty foam egg, and they charge you like $30, but we all pull out our cards.
It's definitely like a Bath and Body Works candle. You know that shit costs like a damn $1 to make.
I'm gonna make my own beauty blender and call it, and I'm gonna have it not in the shape of an egg, but that's basically what everyone else has done. I don't know. It's gonna be in the shape of like a lemon, and it's gonna be called the citrus blender.
Oh,
and when you cut it actually has like a citrus print on the inside. Who's gonna crowdfund that? I won't drag you for your negative review. Like, can you picture me sending a cease and desist to every person who left a 1-star for this podcast? By the way, you can review us on iTunes.
Yes, please.
Anyway, what's the next thing here?
Well, I saw this list on Reddit, or this ask. I like to bring this up every once in a while. That's what's something you don't want to do, but social norm tells you to do anyway.
Ooh.
And I thought that was kind of interesting. Could be a fun conversation.
Are there any that people had that were really good?
Yeah, so there was a couple. There was a lot of lame ones. But
I'm not surprised. It's Reddit.
Yeah.
I love the Animal Crossing subreddit, though. That's like my safe space.
When you get to like the really popular ones that are the defaults, like Ask Reddit and shit like that, you know, there's a lot of stupid shit in there.
Yeah.
But one of them was having to make ridiculous excuses for not going out to an outing or a party, but instead just saying, I don't feel like going.
Yeah, that does suck. I wish I could be honest.
Yeah.
It's like...
But it's like we all want to do that, though. Well, sometimes.
Most. Not like... I don't know. The way that I've been doing it now is I've stopped saying yes to things that I know that I'm not going to want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to just subject myself to having to put out...
just nip it right in the bud.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, just, like, sometimes I'm genuinely not in the mood, or I've already planned that I wanted to have that day to be, like, just doing whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it is a thing. Because I'm always like, I'm dying, and Squeezy has to be shitting at 4 o'clock, and I don't know. Though my dermatitis has been effectively keeping me non-social for the past, like, month. These flakes are finally clearing. I'm so proud.
You know, we can see the dawn.
It only took, like,
dawn.
2 weeks of me agonizing and then finally asking your fucking nurse mom what to do. Like, why did I not think, that would be smart? By the way, why is it so hard to set up an appointment with a dermatologist in Seattle?
I can only imagine. That's for a fucking dermatologist. What's it like for, like, a type of doctor that you would want to see on a regular basis? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just, they were like, we're booked through July. I was like, I'm crusting off. Like, I'm literally, you know, at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2 where Voldemort becomes confetti? That's been my chin for the past 3 weeks. Anyways, so social norms.
Well,
What's your other one?
Here's another one. It says that they're a night owl and they love staying up till 3 a.m. and then getting up around 9:30 or 10, but they feel like they're lazy because...
Oh, like having a different sleeping schedule.
Like,
I mean, I like my nighttime too.
Yeah, obviously that was like a thing because like there wasn't electricity in the ye old days.
Ye old.
So now that we have electricity, it's great being up at night.
Yeah, that blue light really helps.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's one that you actually experience?
Okay, so this one's really just like small and lame.
Okay.
But it's like, why do I have to open up an email, like if it's a new email, with dear whoever? I never use that in any other context of my fucking life.
Nothing I say in emails reflects me as a person.
Exactly.
I say cheers. I say fucking cheers. Cheers, comma. How many cheers, commas will I write until I die? That's what being an adult is in 2017. It's writing, sorry for the late reply. Cheers, thanks. We'll link up later. I hate it.
I just hate writing, like, dear this person. It sounds so formal.
Dear.
And, like, nobody is talking like that anymore.
Like, it's written in ink.
Yeah. It's
not
like,
in binary.
I'm writing a fucking letter here.
Yeah.
That upsets me.
I just think all emails upset me. I have a very hard time. I literally make these noises. Why am I doing this for a living? You know what I mean? Because the noises that something about
emailing. It translates
emailing.
to texts now, too. Like, when you're...
Yeah. It's
any kind of textual message that you send.
I'm just like, I overthink everything because someone's going to misconstrue how you said something and then it could be bad.
Yeah.
I don't need that. It's so stressful for me. Okay. Something that Alright, so one that I have is that we just, as a society, this is starting to change. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But it feels like it's slightly changing. That we just accept men's bare faces with no, I don't know, nuance. It's just like, you are there, you woke up, and that's how you look. But, like, women that don't wear makeup, it's deemed unprofessional, you're not attractive, oh, are you sick? Like, what's wrong with you? But then if you wear makeup, then it's horrible. It's like, why would you put that on your natural beauty?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean,
it's
I know
it's
changing.
Lose situation. And
it comes from toxic masculinity and the patriarchy. So it's not like I brought this upon myself, okay? But it's so frustrating that, like, even I sometimes feel that, and I'm pretty comfortable with my bare face. Like, that's something that has taken me, like, many years to get used to. And, like, dermatitis...
Yeah, it's really been really helping.
I was out of the house, like, sunglasses on, giant red flakes, and no makeup. I couldn't wear makeup, like, for the last, like, 3 weeks, basically. And it's made me very like, okay, it's all good here. No one's looking at me, but like, it's true. Like,
even before that though, you've been like, compared to like when I first met you to like
to now, I'm much more chill about it.
Yeah.
Same with my hair. There was like a time where I always felt like I had to have my hair and my makeup done. And this might be diving into a different topic, but as someone who's always been larger, like I'm a size 12, and like, it's always been this thing that I've felt that I'm getting more comfortable now as an adult and less, I don't know, self-conscious about. But it's always this idea that, like, bigger people can't wear, like, more casual lounge wear, like, honestly, just, like, grubby clothing.
That's definitely, like, is it a social norm? I don't know if it would be a social norm.
I guess. I don't know. And it probably doesn't apply to every culture. It just definitely here in America. Because if you're, like, a bigger person wearing sweatpants, you're deemed as this, like, lazy, unhealthy, like, blah, blah, blah. But, like, anyone that's, like, smaller in size wearing sweatpants or something like that in public, it's like, oh, there's that cute, comfy girl we all know and love. Like, you know? The same way
Same
that, like,
thing with, like, unhealthy foods.
Yeah, like the Gilmore Girls. They can eat whatever they want, but then they fat shame people. Like, a mess.
Yeah,
but,
I think of the Gilmore Girls now in the revival every time that
well, even just, like, because they're known, like, to be two skinny broads eating a lot. Like, that was their, like, you know, personality quirk. Yeah, like, they had a thing going on, but...
Yeah,
that just brought on a whole level. Because that's something that I'm getting comfortable now. Like, I don't always have to feel dressed up, because I remember, like... feeling really insecure about my body and my size, and I always, like, oh my god, high school, I did my hair, my makeup, I was wearing, like, a perfect outfit, dress, skirt, tights, like, I thought that I had to go above and beyond with my outward appearance because I had to make up for being fat. Isn't that fucked up?
That is fucked up.
And I've let that go. Because that's bullshit. You should be comfortable. You don't have to, like, make yourself uncomfortable, and that's just life. You don't have to make yourself sick or uncomfortable just because you feel like you have to put more extra effort in because you're bigger.
Because
like, that's bullshit.
Society tells you to.
Yeah. That's a norm. I'd like to fuck off.
Yeah.
Right here.
I mean, one that I can add in that's, like, more of, like, a serious one, because I was thinking of one that's, like, really dumb.
Okay.
But a serious one would be, like, that you have to be drinking at an outing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as an adult. Because I feel like that's gotten just, like, more enhanced.
As an adult,
As an adult, yeah. Like, even though compared to, like, in the past...
People think you're weird if you don't like to drink.
Yeah.
And
unless you don't have, like... a legit, like, allergy or something like that.
Well, yeah, they always think, like, you either have, like, an addiction issue or, like, they always assume the worst. And, like, there's nothing wrong with, like, having an addiction thing going on and, like, you're abstaining.
But
like,
if you just want to abstain
if you just abstain in general, like, people are like, oh my god, what's going on
And that
here?
usually just, like, a lot of outings, you know, centralize around that.
That's why I centralize my outings on food, because everybody likes to eat.
Yeah. We all got to do it.
Are chilling. They like to eat.
But the other one that I was going to say is that it must stem my hatred of the word dear, but singing happy birthday.
Just doing it?
Like, yeah. Like,
yeah, it's awful.
On anybody's birthday, it doesn't matter.
No, it's worse when you're getting sung to and you have to stand there awkwardly.
It doesn't matter if it's just like me singing to you and the cats when it's your birthday, or like when it's a group setting and we're at a restaurant, like...
Well, if it's
Happy
just
birthday,
you
dear
singing
Rachel.
to me, you're not liking it because that's like a solo performance.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long song you gotta go through, especially if you do the, like, and...
many more.
Till you're 100.
Who added that in?
I don't know. They kept going, too. There's, like, other ones that are dumb.
Oh, yeah.
There's, like, something about a chicken, I think. Maybe? I don't know.
Something about years. Who the fuck knows?
Something
But
about years.
I don't like that one.
I don't like singing happy birthday either, unless I'm doing like a Marilyn, like a happy birthday, like nice and whispery. I don't get to do that often though, so it's okay. Okay, and so the last topic that I would like to talk about tonight, folks, is the whole avocado toast versus investing in a home vibe.
What?
You don't know about this?
No.
See, I feel like you have like a Google filter for all articles that are to make millennials look stupid. So I'm surprised you haven't seen this article. So there was a dude, classic, we're not shocked here, that said that the reason why millennials can't afford to save up to buy homes is because we're too busy eating too much overpriced avocado toast. That is... apparently most millennials spend, and I guess this is pretty much describing our life, like around what, $2,000 to $3,000 a month on avocado toast, because that's how much rent would be.
That seems pretty accurate.
You know, that sounds legit. Now let's be honest. Are you anti avocado toast out at a restaurant for like $19?
Well, yeah, I've never seen a place that offers avocado toast for $19.
Okay, but like 12.
All right, if it's anything in the double digits, fuck off.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I make the best avocado toast at home, so I don't need to spend any money on somebody else's avocado toast. The only thing I could think of is if they had like smoked salmon on it or something, and it was like really nice quality.
Usually,
but also I could do that myself at home if I was trying to eat smoked salmon.
If it's at a restaurant and it's like that, it's usually got some extra shit on it. But
like olive oil? Wow.
But original. I'm not gonna...
I've seen people literally just eat avocado with olive oil and red pepper flake. And I'm like, you need something.
Like on toast or like in the shell? On
toast. Also, people that just eat avocados straight out of their husk with like a spoon. Like, I need acid. Quote me. Take this out of context. But anyway, yeah, I just love that. Like, the reason why millennials, like, and he also said like coffee too, which like that is also not
fuck off.
They don't add up, and also it is dumb to spend a lot of money on coffee out, which is why I don't anymore. But like that is not the reason why we can't afford homes.
What the fuck?
Like homes faster than like when you could afford a home.
Literally watching.
We're ruining the world.
Watching Mad Men and like just knowing about that time period, like in the 60s and 70s, like the coffee industry was like, oh my god, we're like losing so much money because these new young kids are drinking soda instead. So what? Now that we're back to drinking coffee, it's like
Starbucks did that.
Fuck you guys, you can't buy a house because
we're
of
also
that.
Changing the way wine is made because we drink so much wine. We're like making wine become cheap because they have to mass produce it so much quicker because millennials like to drink wine instead of like I don't know what else. Other
I'm
alcohols.
sorry that I don't need a wine bottle that was like pulled out of somebody's ass in 1903, you know?
That's how aged I like my wine. And like we also killed something like napkin industry we're killing it. Like we're killing a lot of things, and honestly, let us kill everything.
Napkin industry, it's
wasteful. Get
wasteful.
A cloth.
Yeah.
Get a microfiber towel, bitch.
The day the handkerchief makes it come back.
Okay, so there's something different between a hanky and just like a cloth napkin. Like, I bet it would be rebranded as cloth napkin. Microfiber snot tissue sheet.
Snuggie. No Snuggie.
Okay, well, let's get into some questions.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
So today's podcast is sponsored by the brand Lola, which makes organic cotton tampons, okay? So for all the people that have listened to me talk highly of menstrual cups, if that's something that you guys have tried, but you did not like for whatever reason, because lots of people haven't liked them, you can try out Lola's brand of 100% organic tampons. And so they also have pads and liners and non-applicator tampons for people that are like trying to not throw away a ton of plastic, which I think is really fucking cool. And everything is made of 100% organic cotton, and there's no like weird chemicals, because you know how the FDA doesn't make people disclose that they have all these weird toxins in all of your different like feminine hygiene products. So they have none of that happening in their shit. So Lola has a monthly subscription, so you don't have to like think about this every month, and then you can customize like what's in your box, like depending on what kind of products you like to use. And it's really flexible, and you can change, skip, and cancel at any point. And it's a company founded by women, which I think is really cool. So we have a special deal from Lola, so you can go to mylola.com and you can get 60% off your first order when you use the code CWC to subscribe to one of their boxes. So that's mylola.com and code CWC. So we also want to shout out the podcast Into the Twilight by Alexandra and Cody, which is actually super relevant right now because Chris is actually reading Twilight for the very first time.
It's a wild ride. So
it is a podcast that dissects Twilight and is a feminist analysis of your problematic fave, and it goes out every Monday on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
So when you're done listening to this, go check them out. All right, so we'll start off with the Patreon questions from patreon.com/coffeewithrachel, and the first one is not a question, but a quiz from Kat. And this is, you guessed it, a BuzzFeed quiz.
Wow, you guys know us.
This quiz will reveal your Hogwarts house in the streets and in the sheets.
Wow.
And I think as Kat mentioned, this fits our vibe.
It does.
It does.
It's nuanced for us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to be.
I'm just gonna have to find out. Pick a Patronus. The options are lemur, Komodo dragon, lion, or sloth.
I am absolutely picking Komodo dragon.
I'm gonna pick the sloth.
Lion is too obvious.
Yeah.
Someone is being teased. What do you do? Step in front and defend them. Go along with it. It's funny. Feel bad, but say nothing. Change the subject. Ooh, I'm like a tie between change the subject, step in and defend them, and feel bad, but say nothing. Because that happens a lot.
I'm gonna change the subject.
I'm gonna fucking feel bad, but say nothing, because it's honest. Okay?
Pick a dessert. Tiramisu, ice cream, sticky toffee pudding, or banoffee pie?
I
don't know what that is.
I think it's bananas.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Banana coffee, maybe?
Ooh, if I had to pick a dessert, I'm going to pick tiramisu.
I'm going to go with ice cream. Layers. As long as it's, coconut ice cream.
Yeah. Which sounds most fun? Playing Quidditch, driving the flying car, swimming underwater with the bubblehead charm, or wearing an invisibility cloak.
We all know what you're fucking picking.
But, invisibility cloak.
Yeah.
That sounds like me. Ooh, I don't know. But also swimming underwater in that lake, I'd be scared.
Yeah, there's a giant squid in there.
But I'd be scared.
But it's you. You, practically have gills.
Okay, just pick yours first.
I'm going to pick the invisibility cloak because I want to spy on people.
All right, fine. Underwater. Choose an epithet. They always did the right thing. They were a friend to all. They had a laugh. They lived their best life. They had a laugh. It's probably me.
They lived their best life. Pick a carb. Chips, but it's fries. Get out of here, England.
Oh my god.
Mashed potatoes, Lila. Pasta, or nachos.
I wouldn't even consider nachos a carb.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
I get it's a carb, but also is it?
It's its own food group.
I'm going to say pasta.
Ooh, I'm going to go with chips then.
Okay, someone is crying. What do you do? Is the person me? Avoid them. Ask them if they're okay. Give them a big hug. Smile at them, but give them space. I would say ask them if they are okay.
I'll do the same thing, and we can have one that's the same.
Okay.
Pick a drink. Margarita, hot toddy, White Russian, Cur Royale.
Marg.
I'm gonna pick a hot toddy.
You are a hot toddy. What's your party style? Jeans and a t-shirt, ultra glam, sexy AF, a little bit fancy but not over the top. I have no idea.
I'm gonna pick a little bit fancy but not over the top. You know, that kind of vibe of party.
I'm gonna pick ultra glam because that highlights blinding.
Oh.
Okay.
Choose a color: black, dark purple, electric blue, or poppy red.
These
Very
all
specific.
Suck. Black.
Dark purple.
What is your dream job? Illustrator, doctor, pop star, zookeeper.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say zookeeper, but aquarium keeper. Okay.
I see you. Out of these choices, I'd fucking pick zookeeper too.
Okay.
Choose a name: Minerva, Luna, Rowena, or Blaze.
I'm picking Blaze.
I'm picking Rowena not just because it's Ravenclaw, but I like it.
Yeah, okay. Pick a snack. A bag of crisps, aka
Come
chips.
on.
Salami, cheese, sausage roll. Okay, the vegan option. Though, fuck, I do love a nice salam. Just kidding. I'm picking salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna pick cheese. Choose something to help you. Wand, broomstick, invisibility cloak, or a dragon.
When you go the extra mile. Fuck. Because dragon's pretty cool, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna pick fucking wand because, it's a fucking wand.
I'm gonna pick invisibility cloak, even though dragon really... I feel that.
What is one thing you want on a desert island? Wow, I'm getting lost.
Cookie Crisp Island. No.
A desert island, a dog, shelter, a bed, food.
Food,
come on.
A dog? Listen, I know that we all loved Vincent from Lost, but it's not the time. Okay, choose a meal. Lasagna, roast dinner, burrito, fried chicken, and chips. Lasagna. Fuck yeah.
I'll be basic and pick the fried chicken and chips.
What, over a burrito? You're fucked up.
Your best friend calls at 3 a.m. when you're asleep. You answer straight away and check they're okay. Don't answer, but text to check on them. Answer straight away and jokingly tell them off for bothering you. Turn your phone on silent. You need sleep.
Let's be honest. I'm on Do Not Disturb, bitch.
Yeah, you
Jack's
can't even
getting
reach
too many
me.
calls. But, like, okay, I've had this happen before in the past, though. And if I heard it go off or saw it and someone was calling me at a weird time of night, I always answer because I'm like, what's happening? And it's usually like, I'm walking home and I don't feel safe. So I'm going to say answer straight away and check.
Choose a sweet. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, fizzy cola bottals, or Maltesers.
Maltesers. They're like Whoppers, but British.
Are they like milk?
I think.
No.
What if they're like not from England at all?
I don't know. I'm going to pick dark chocolate.
I'm going to pick dark chocolate. Will you be... I thought this was going to be like, will you be there Saturday? I'm like, who am I talking to? Where will you be on Saturday night? Cozy on the sofa with a movie. Dancing with friends. Eating dinner with friends. On a crazy adventure. I'm going to say eating dinner with friends.
I'll say cozy on the sofa with a movie.
And who is the true hero of Harry Potter? Harry, of course. Hermione. Snape. Dobby.
Ooh, tough choice.
To be honest, why is Snape on this list compared to other people that have helped?
Yeah, I know. It's just because, like, he was saving the whole...
What about Neville?
Yeah, I know.
That fucking Nagini moment.
I know.
I think we all
I'm
knew.
gonna pick Hermione.
I'm gonna pick Harry. Okay. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, I got your Slytherin in the streets and in the sheets.
Oh.
So I'm just Slytherin through and through, apparently. You're fucking hilarious and naughty, too. Thanks. People know they can have a really honest chat with you because you don't hold anything back. In the sheets, you're always up to try something new. Nothing phases you. You're properly adventurous when it comes to sex. I don't know who I'm picturing reading this, but I hope it's David Attenborough.
I got your Ravenclaw in the streets and Slytherin in the sheets.
You know what?
You're highly...
To be honest, I would know. It's true.
You're highly intelligent and a great judge of character. People follow you and listen carefully to everything you say. In the sheets, you're always up for trying something new. Nothing phases you. Yeah.
Well...
Honestly, not a bad quiz. Like,
I would
great. Recommend.
I would highly recommend you all take that.
It's vital information I think we should all know about ourselves.
That's true. That's true. All right, so the next question here is, what is one of your favorite childhood memories or things that you miss most about being a child? Do you have a favorite memory?
Oh, favorite memory.
God, I don't know. Probably like, ooh.
I just...
The first time I had mac and cheese. If I remember it.
Just not a specific time, but just the times I would spend with the boys hanging around the neighborhood, you know, going to the park.
Ooh, I loved Manhunt.
Yeah, playing Manhunt.
That's not probably something we should do now.
No, definitely not. But that was fun.
It was fun.
It always ended up with my neighbor had a really nice in-ground pool, and somebody got bored and jumped in the pool, and that's when you knew it ended.
I just remember this one time that we played, like, in high school, and it had been, like, you know, several years since we played, and we were all like, we're gonna play Manhunt now, like, in high school. And I fucking was wearing, like, tights, and I hid in a goddamn bush, and I was the last one to be found. And I didn't get a single runner in those tights. And I remember feeling like I was
That is a challenge.
It was.
Yeah.
But I would say my favorite memories were like all those beach days where you're just there and you're just touching sand for like 6 hours. And you become friends with whatever other bench is there
and
for the day. And
you become some shade of red because you like didn't properly...
All the tide pools.
Yeah.
All of the times. I remember one time I found a baby... Not a seahorse. A horseshoe crab, and it was like really tiny, and I put it in like my bucket, and I was like, this is everything. I love being a marine biologist.
Wasn't that you like, didn't you do that with something else too?
I did it with a clam.
Yeah.
And it stunk up the whole...
Like, that is just you. And then taking home the shrimp tail.
Picture me with just a clam. Just one clam. Also, when I found the sea turtle egg and I tried to incubate it under a lamp, and we got them made for our hotel room.
That's what I was thinking of.
I put up like signs being like, "Don't touch the egg," and she would like make towel like animals like and put it next to the egg that was incubating.
That's what I was thinking of.
I never did hatch that seahorse. Whoa, sea turtle.
Seahorse. Okay.
Apparently, I really want to like have a seahorse going on.
My fond memories of the beach, including being stung by a fucking jellyfish and having my ankles swell up.
Whatever, it happens. That really happened to you?
Yeah, I had to go to the fucking, like, ER at...
The ER?
The ER, yeah. That stands for emergency room.
Wow, I thought it standed for stood.
Standed for swum.
for George Clooney. But it's fine.
God. All right, next question is, I guess we talked about having a honeymoon in Iceland.
Oh,
so
it changes everything.
For your potential Iceland honeymoon, would you all take the scaling volcanoes and nude sulfur hot springs approach, or the smoked fish and silence in a cabin on the fjord, whatever, approach?
I love the idea of smoked fish.
And also
cabins.
A cabin next to some form of river type feature.
I would definitely not be vegan on that honeymoon, especially in Iceland. But I like the whole nude spa vibe. If it's especially like in a glacier, like the water is
where
actually
there's geysers and it's like warm.
I on my honeymoon, I want to fuck a geyser. Anyway,
this is getting weird.
It's just interesting. Have you tried Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream? It's so good. I strongly recommend. Yo, it is good.
It is really good. However,
it's sweet, but isn't all ice cream?
But some of the other like vegan brands of ice cream, they don't have nearly as much like sugar and stuff in them. But the Ben & Jerry's, like,
that's such a good treat.
I can only eat like a couple bites of it now, and then I'm like, fuck.
I think my favorite one is the Chunky Monkey.
Yeah.
That one's good. I tried the coconut one and it was too much for me, which is surprising.
Yeah, that was the one. Maybe I have to do a different one because that one hurt my stomach.
Our favorite non-dairy ice cream is Nadamu, the like coconut stuff. Especially their like maple one. She's so good.
So fucking good. All right, so I saw a couple questions about this. People were curious about our thoughts on Harry Styles' album and Miley Cyrus's. Is it a whole album or is it
It's just one song so far.
Okay.
Okay, let's cover Miley first because it's only one song. This flop-ass binge. The song was great. This is the style of Miley singing that I've always really liked. I hate what she's been doing for the last, 5 years, ripping off of people of color and just now, denouncing that, it was just a phase to dabble in cultural appropriation. You know what I mean? I hate all of that. The song itself bops. And she seems happier or whatever, but I think the whole thing was a mess, man.
Yeah, we all should have known it was just a whole publicity thing. Just like how Lady Gaga was really fucking weird.
Remember the meat dress?
Yeah, the meat dress and the egg.
The egg!
The egg.
Speaking of eggs. Wow.
By Harry Styles.
Loving it.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
It's literally all I've been listening to. I'm enjoying it very much. Rolling Stone gave it a 4 out of 5 or something.
The vibe is very not one direction. It's two directions.
It's so many directions. It's each song has a different vibe to it. I don't know which.
You can definitely tell he was influenced by the Beatles.
Yeah. Oh my god, the one where I thought it was Blackbird at the beginning, so that was a little extra. But I think I like Kiwi the best, or Meet Me in the Hallway. It's got a James Vincent McMorrow vibe.
I don't know the names
beginning.
of the individual ones, but yeah.
Yeah, he liked them all. Yeah. Overall, it's been pretty good. I'm so mad. I was supposed to get tickets for the Decemberists and Death Cab were playing in Seattle, and all of the money for the tickets was going to Planned Parenthood and the ACLU, and I was fucking on there at exactly the right time, but all the stupid bots on Ticketmaster got it, and they're selling them, and it's it's so tempting because it's an acoustic concert too, which is I would die. But
they're on
I'm not gonna fucking line some asshole's pockets when I was trying to donate to Planned Parenthood and stuff. That was 9 billion times because we're already seeing a concert in June and July, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't trying to spend more money on concerts this summer, but that was enticing because of the donation. I don't know. I wanted to bitch about that. I wanted other people to know my pain this week because that was so disappointing. I hate buying concert tickets.
It's so stressful.
It's like when you're signing up for classes in college, when you're registering and you're trying to get I always wanted to take human sexuality, but it was always the first one to sell out. Sell out.
I hated that.
I hated signing up. My CRN number. Fuck her.
And then the one time I didn't save, and then 2 weeks before school starts, and they're like, "Hey, you haven't signed up for classes."
It was
what are you
summer,
doing?
and they were like, "Hey, we're here from Millersville University. Do you still go here?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I registered." I had to take all bullshit.
We managed to fill you classes.
You managed to fill me.
With some classes that worked, but I don't know how we did it.
I don't know, but I remember it was a mess.
It was
I took a music class that year. I was like, all right, I'll just play piano. I love this one. If you could be a celebrity, who would you be? And it says, besides celebrity chefs. Like, they fucking knew. They were like, please shut up. Okay. If I could be a celebrity, who would I be?
It would be David Attenborough. Are you fucking kidding? Be
Yeah,
out in the
you're
wilderness
right.
with all of them. Or, well, maybe not. I was going to say James Cameron because he does the ROV shit. But,
yeah.
But, you know, would you want to be directing Avatar? Like, the 7 million
No,
sequels?
I would not.
You know, there's
already a sequel to Pocahontas. We don't need this.
There's 4 more of those movies coming out.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's like The Hobbit.
I don't know what they're doing.
Who would you be?
If I was a
celebrity.
If I was a celebrity.
I feel like you'd be Al Gore. Is he a celebrity?
I guess he would be.
He's a personal figure.
I mean, I would be Bill Nye.
Ooh, you would be.
I would be Bill Nye. You know, science.
You know science.
That's what I'm here for. And the last question is, if you could live in an alternate reality, what about it would be different?
Oh my god.
First of all, do you believe that there's like infinitesimal amounts of alternate realities where things are different?
I don't like where this is going. I don't like alternate me who like did something else.
Like, do you believe that, you know, there's you in another reality that's in this place,
no one can
but like
replicate
in a different
this.
time?
No. I don't believe that. I just believe there's like tons of people doing stuff.
Okay. My alternate reality would be this reality, except that like I could understand what cats were saying when they meowed.
Whoa. Okay, mine was a little bit more deep. Mine was gonna be like the patriarchy never did shit.
Yes. Plus that.
Yeah.
Add that.
And the ability to understand cats. Also, if I could breathe underwater. That's it. That's all I need. Give a bitch gills and we can move on. Honestly, though, picture me discovering every marine life possible. I wouldn't get swallowed by a fucking basking
You'd be too busy
whatever.
with your press tours and stuff. You'd be the like mysterious Ruble and have like the woman with gills.
The gill girl.
Takes a whole new meaning to Gilmore Girls.
That would be the difference. That would be my alternate reality. I starred in a show called The Gilmore Girls, and it's about a one woman who has gills who is discovering all of the animals under the sea. And
NBC,
Gilmore Girls
pick up
did
this
not
pilot.
exist. I have my own Luke, but his name is I can't think of Lukewarm, aka the water. I don't know. It's like that one BuzzFeed list where it's like Disney princesses reimagined as lukewarm bowls of water. Like that actually being what Disney movies looked like. I would love that.
Okay, I want to leave now because this is getting weird.
Okay. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Coffee with Rachel.
We'll see you guys next week.
Grab your mug, bitch.
Oh, fine.
You like try to end the show, but he doesn't even have his mug in his hands.
Whatever, bye.
Bye.
Alright, binges, so since we talked about Twilight and the book that I'm reading right now, this is what you guys should read. I haven't read a lot of these books that are on this list, but some of them I do know.
It's
the
actually
names.
the summer reading list.
Yeah, these are like some of like the most highest sellers and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the best sellers.
Best sellers, as you would call them.
All right, well, I think all of the binches are best sellers in my eyes.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Alexandria Taylor, who is reading Alex Cross, excuse me.
Valerie Molina is reading Valley of the Dolls.
Emily Sweeney has Sweet Valley High.
Melanie Weldon's reading A Farewell to Arms.
Alex Capraro is reading Captain Underpants.
I loved it. Kim Boyvere is reading The Hardy Boys.
Shannon Shires is reading The Shack.
Say it 5 times fast.
I won't.
Alicia McKee is reading The Glass Key.
Kimberly Proza's got The Professor's House.
Sarah Booth is reading The Notebook.
Taylor Collins is reading The Call of the Wild.
Emma Corbeil is reading The Corrections.
Angelica Feliz is reading Angels and Demons.
Gwen Stowe is reading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Victoria Thu is reading Victory and Island Tale.
Sloane Fuller is reading A Rich Fool Death.
What I Want. Kat Schultz is reading The Catcher in the Rye.
Megan Burrell is reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
Kim Greeley is reading Green Eggs and Ham, a classic.
Jason Gonzalez is reading Gone with the Wind.
Lindsay Torlina is reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Jess Adams is reading Paddington Bear.
Liv Maltby is reading The Maltese Falcon.
I always want to know what it was about. Megan Oxley is reading The Three Paradoxes.
Or this episode. Daisy Blossom Dottie is reading Around the World in 80 Days.
Kennedy Rochelle is reading The Sheltering Sky.
M. Samek is reading Emma.
Rebecca Edmondson is reading The Count of Monte Cristo.
Taryn Parker is reading Jurassic Park. I didn't know it was a book. Fuck.
Me neither.
Oops.
Alana Barbosa is reading Waiting for the Barbarians.
Lucy's reading Looking for a Luska.
Megan Ashley is reading Crash.
Bailey Lynn is reading Goodbye to Berlin.
Emily Tormey is reading The Tortoise and the Hare.
Sony Vazbrun is reading The Chronicles of Narnia.
Sabrina Hughes is reading Les Mis by Victor Hugo.
Fiona is reading Anna Karenina.
Stephanie Oliver is reading Oliver Twist.
Juanita Carr is reading The Scarlet Letter.
Annie Wynn is reading A Girl in Winter.
Cassandra Lee's got The Big Sleep.
Emma Nygren's reading A Midsummer's Night Dream.
Courtney Hall is reading A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
That is me. Becca Jansen is reading Jane Eyre.
Angela Sue is reading The Pursuit of Happiness.
Michelle North is reading North and South.
Aaron Bray is reading Brave New World.
Jada Goshi's reading Goldfinger.
Maya Elizabeth is reading Travels with My Aunt.
Ishbel Mendez is reading Old Men at the Zoo, What I Hope to Be.
Talia Miller is reading Millennium People.
It's all about millennials.
That avocado.
Margarita is reading A Princess of Mars. That's your autobiography.
True. Avery Labelson is reading For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Anthony Hood is reading Childhood's End.
Mariah Hanna is reading The Handmaid's Tale.
Liz Holbrook is reading Last Exit to Brooklyn.
Jennifer Habgood is reading Goodnight Moon.
Madison Greer is reading Diary of a Mad Old Man.
Madison Wolfe is reading Steppenwolf.
Megan McNally is reading Personality.
Megan Prius is reading Pride and Prejudice.
Corey Springfield is reading Mansfield Park.
Ilka has The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Jaxadora Who is reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nicole Allen has The Color Purple.
Bridget Carey Davis has The Bridges of Madison County.
Jennifer Cornwell's reading The Well of Loneliness. Me.
Sophia Koch is reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
Ash Roselle is reading The Name of the Rose.
Jackie Burkhardt is reading Heart of Darkness.
Beth Fonseca is reading Macbeth.
Ian Murphy is reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Kendall Berg is reading Frankenstein.
Megan Grilly is reading The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Chloe Ireland is reading A Clockwork Orange.
Taka Roach is reading The Road.
Oh my god, so many sad books right now. Haley Cadwallader is reading Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Camellia Mulkey is reading Animal Farm.
Oh, that one fucked me up. Maddie Pullman is reading The Old Man in the Sea.
Amanda Pete is reading Sour Sweet.
Caitlin Whalen is reading Where the Wild Things Are.
Cody Robinson is reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Lauren Chavone is reading To Each His Own.
Dana Daly is reading Tuesdays with Maury.
Claire Wood is reading Norwegian Wood.
Anna Hernandez is reading A Streetcar Named Desire.
Sarah is reading Patience and Sarah. And honestly, you're very patient for dealing with Scarad every week.
Vlyn and Drew are reading Nancy Drew.
Hillary Gay is reading The Haunting of the Hill House.
Mackenzie Knight is reading Goodnight Moon.
2 Goodnight Moons. And Rachel Evans is reading Ant Hills in the Savannah. We can all identify with that one.
Yeah. Everybody else, what are you guys reading?
Ooh, let's say, If You Give a Mouse a Waffle. We got Allison Francois.
Ashley Riefenberger.
Joanna Jensen.
Mallory.
Allie Malone.
Kathleen Wynn.
And Rose Barnett. So thanks, guys. We hope you all have read your book, and if not, maybe pick it up.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Whoever got Tuesdays with Maury, I remember I really did not like that book, but I probably would have my opinion changed now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
so
about Wednesdays with Rubel? That's my new podcast. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.